Hello, folks. Deborah Roth here at Spirited Living with another installation of Embodying Your Inner Goddess Team, which this week we are looking at an Aztec goddess that I've heard of. I love saying her name, Chicomecoatl. And she's... At first glance, she seemed perfect for this time of year because she is the goddess of maize, of corn, and sustenance. And she was probably one of the most revered of the Aztec goddesses in Mexico. However, as often happens, diving deeper, I discovered more about her. Her celebrations and her rituals were probably more often happening, well, at least they started happening at the beginning of the harvest season, which would be more like April, May in Mexico. But she's also revered in different, in her different faces, the different stages or phases that corn goes through, that maize goes through as it's growing. And I'll tell you a little bit about those in just a minute. So her name, Chicomecoatl, it's a mouthful, but a beautiful one, means seven serpent. And seven was considered, well, kind of all over the world, but apparently by the Mexicans as well, by the Aztecs as well, is considered a lucky number. So it's for good luck and abundance, fertility, and these celebrations, these invocations, which we can do today as we honor these archetypes, as I always do in these Inner Goddess Team videos. We honor these archetypes and what they represent. And so you may call on, in modern times, you can call on Chicomecoatl if you have things that you want to, whether it's a book or a project or a garden, something living. Maybe you're growing a crop of corn that you want to bring to fruition, that you want to coax towards fertility. So she in her very first face, one of her names, let's see if I can find on my little notes here, she's known as the young maize ear, corn ear doll, and tender ear of corn, and the name was Xilonen X, and you'll see I don't put lots and lots of information here, and when I'm doing FaceTime and Instagram videos, but I do it when I'm doing when I put the description in the YouTube channel, which this goes up there on Thursday evenings. So you'll get the spellings of all of these, because both the Mayan and Aztec pronunciations of some of these spellings are not what you think they would be. Chicomecoatl is pretty close though, but the tender ear of corn, which is the kind of the maize maiden corn goddess, who represents the young and sprouting stage. She's the one that's Xilonen. And then another name that she's known as, and this is more of a mouthful, is Chalchicu. It's a really long one. Chachichu Telique. And it's translated as precious jade skirt. It's kind of interesting because it's said that represents her connection to water, which, like corn, is another life-giving element. She's also known as our Mother of Abundance by the name of Tonasihuatl, and it emphasizes her pivotal role on providing sustenance and nurturing the Aztec people. So, and then her connection with, did not find a lot about, and I looked a bunch of different places, didn't find a lot about her mythology, her stories. And sometimes those are so rich and interesting and really give you a deeper understanding of the powers and the attributes to these different goddess archetypes. The only thing that I found about her family, so to speak, is that she was depicted, she's usually depicted as the partner of the corn god, Centeotl. And the fact, like so many gods and goddesses are, that she was in partnership represents that balance of masculine, feminine energy. And the vital balance between the sun and the earth. Sun often being reflected in the male aspect, and the earth, as we know, as Mother Earth. Now, they oversee, and it's very much of a cyclical reverence. They oversee the cycle of corn from those tender leaves to the full, the full corn with its which reminds me, I have some beautiful images to show you. One particularly beautiful one, to its full blown dress, with the husks and the silk and all that. The coveted golden ear is one of my resources talked about. So here are two. This is one of many statues to Chicomecoatl, and you can see that she's holding typically 2 ears of corn in each hand, often feet planted firmly in the earth, and she's always depicted, and the next image I'm going to show you, it's particularly dramatic, with a big rectangular headdress, and typically with very vibrant colors. The Aztecs were big on really colorful images. If you go back and look at any of the artwork, and she appears on a lot of different artwork as well. So she is typically shown with this unique rectangular headdress. You can see it up here in this colorful picture. That's kind of like a miniature temple, and it was known as a amacalli, or paper house, and it's crafted from really brightly colored bark paper. And it, again, that's a real symbol of abundance and fertility. And all of as I said, if you go online, you'll find lots of different images of her. And of course, I don't like to do the cutesy Americanized or modernized ones, but this actually is, and I'll put the artist's information on the YouTube channel, because I just think it's so beautiful, and I think they deserve credit for this beautiful depiction. I found it, I think, on Facebook or something. And she also has I don't know that you can see it really clearly here, but she apparently has a sunflower shield. So, which connects again her with her partner, with Chicomecoatl, as a sun, maize and sun god. Let's see. I think, what else do I want to tell you about her? Oh, she was also, while she has this nurturing mother persona, she's also the flip side. The dual nature of her comes out, which is true of so many goddesses, that she also, if she's displeased, which is why they had festivals and rituals to celebrate her and honor her. If she's displeased, she can, cause drought. She can cause floods and hailstorms, and to ruin a crop of corn. So it's really a remembrance that nature, that the mother nature herself, is really unpredictable. And of course, ancient peoples in cultures all over the world felt that one of the things they needed to do was to continue to honor and celebrate, whether it's a harvest, well, in this case, it's a harvest goddess, but throughout the harvest season too, there were celebrations for her to make sure that the seeds that they planted in the spring would come to full bloom. There is actually the festival, let's see, Hue Tozolitl, Tozozlati, is a festival that was, that's the original festival that is typically in April or May, when seeds were planted, and priestesses would play a really important role by, they designate the seed corn for the upcoming planting season. And then the priests would engage in these rituals to appease Chicomecoatl. She really has kind of a modern day influence too, for people that, for those of us that are concerned about climate change and the changes to the earth, the unpredictable changes of the earth. And so she is still acknowledged today. I think thing, the capacity. Okay, so she had the capacity to summon rain, which of course nourished crops and fended off drought. And then she also could also bring in, as I said, hailstorms, floods, natural disasters. And it really, it's kind of, it's the two-sided way of her and many of the deities that we look at, both male and female around the world. So another one for you to bring into your inner goddess team. And as I always say, usually at the beginning, that I do these to remind us, I do these videos to remind us that we all hold within us the qualities of the divine feminine in all of her many faces from all over the world, all the different cultures and spiritual traditions of, sustenance, of compassion, of honoring our intuition, honoring our emotions, honoring our connection to nature. And of course, this week, it's very much of a connection to nature thing. And honoring our bodies, that's part of how nature sustains us. It is. We are sustained by the mother, by Chicomecoatl and other goddesses who are connected with the earth. So with that in mind, I thought I would share with you one that I haven't sung in a while, and it's an old favorite, but I don't think I've done it in almost a year. And it is an indigenous, it is a Native American chant, so not an Aztec chant, but I think it's appropriate. And it goes like this. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Hey yana ho yana hey yan yan. Hey yana ho yana hey yan yan. Her sacred ground we walk upon. With every breath we take, her sacred ground we walk upon. With every breath we take. Hey yana ho yana hey yan yan. Hey yana ho yana hey yan yan. Thank you for joining me today. You can go back and listen to that chant as you walk the earth today and as you celebrate maize, as you celebrate corn. I had corn almost every night this weekend for dinner. I'm a big corn on the cob person, so this feels particularly relevant to me today, even though I do believe most of Chicomecoatl's festivals may have happened more in the spring. So enjoy, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye for now.